the innovation and technology-focused ecosystem which Canvas is, we decided to focus on our one main project first, because you have to focus on one thing at a time. Would you all agree? Because yes, we can do more than one thing, but if you really want to do something very, very well, you focus on that one thing. So we started the journey off where we decided I want to share my crypto knowledge with people. So we set up over 3 years ago a physical cryptocurrency academy in the city centre of Bradford, and we started to develop the ecosystem from there. And as we obviously started to put together blockchain solutions, we started to put together a marketing company and many of the things within the ecosystems. The ecosystem is basically a group of companies. We were working on an e-learning platform, and at that time, where's Ali Akbar? Where's Ali? Okay, so when he comes down, you'll see. Ali Akbar is a gentleman who, at that time, was working with me on the ecosystem and the academy. And this is the power of affiliate marketing. Power of affiliate marketing. At the time, we were promoting the cryptocurrency awareness program and how individuals around the world could profit from crypto. Remember talking about sharing the knowledge? Yes. Yeah? So that's what it was. And then Ali knew somebody in Nigeria. Ali approached him for becoming part of that affiliate program, which was going to create cryptocurrency awareness around the world. And that person knew somebody else who was connected to the African Union. Now, the African Union is the one who's responsible for helping all of the 54 countries in Africa come together and make some good decisions collectively. So they were looking for a global business development and marketing. They were looking for a global business development strategist. They had a mission. The mission was, just like Europe, they wanted the 55 countries to be one. And they wanted free movement of trade and people. Lady called Esther, wonderful lady. She recommended me to them as a strategist. They did some Zoom calls with me. They were blown away with what I suggested, and we continue to have more Zoom calls. And those Zoom calls, basically, they highlighted their challenges and problems, how they were struggling to make this happen, roll this out, because they could see the benefit, free movement of goods and people, how collectively these countries, if they work together, just like the European Union, some may hate the European Union, some may like it, it's irrelevant. They wanted to create something similar in Africa. So after many meetings, they decided, Adam, we're happy, we want to collaborate with your ecosystem. That's where I flew over the chairman of the cluster of the African Union and his business partner to Dubai. And in April 2022, when we did the final meeting, that's this chap here, we ended up signing an MOU. That MOU is a memorandum of understanding, protocol agreement, which gave my ecosystem access to nearly all of the ministers and presidents in Africa, which is huge. Would you agree? Yes. Can you imagine, companies struggle to get through to one minister or even one prime minister or one president. I'm talking about now being in a position where I had access to nearly most of the ministers and presidents. So my job was to come up with a strategy on how we can help Africa become more like the European Union, and their job was to put me in front of as many ministers, presidents, and prime ministers. So that was exciting, because we ended up being in a position where I met a lot of ministers. I went to Dubai. I said to Ed, I need to go to Dubai for some important meetings. September 2022, I was in Lagos, met the richest man in Africa, and met his legal advisor because of cement. Albert Beal touched on the benefits of geopolymer cement. So I went for that meeting in September 2022 to meet a billionaire who became a multi-billionaire, became the richest man in Africa through cement production, had a meeting with his legal advisor, flew to Dubai. When I got to Dubai, I was supposed to be there 2 weeks, I ended up staying there well over a year. Because by the time we spoke about this project to people, people were blown away. People were interested. They were meeting after meeting, investors, ministers were flying in from African countries. There was so much happening. And we started to obviously continue to build the ecosystem. But when I signed that MOU with the chairperson, yes, he was excited by the crypto solutions for Africa, crypto exchange for Africa, Alibaba style platform for Africa. All of these are billion-dollar potential companies as we bring those into the ecosystem. But what he really was blown away by was the fact that I was working with Ed and some of our other strategic partners, and that we were developing a robot that could build a house in 48 to 72 hours. That blew them away. So that was, so when they realized that, hang on, the ecosystem can help them achieve their goal, which is, a system which can transform Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, mark my words today. Africa is the next boom continent, and I promise you, in the next 36 months, you're going to see huge difference in Africa, and I promise you our ecosystem is going to be a big player in making that happen, because it's about time Africa shines. It's about time those 1.3 billion people see prosperity. It's about time we empower these people. And the ecosystem, I promise you, will make that happen or play a big role. And we're not going to be able to do it by ourselves. This is a lot of companies coming together, a lot of talented people coming together, a lot of rich people coming together. The innovation we have is going to transform the landscape of Africa and many, many countries around the world. Because we have a technology that can help with the infrastructure. So, is that exciting?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got the technology, we've got some good people, we're just starting off, but where we are going with this is a whole different level. We're talking to millionaires, we're talking to billionaires, we're talking to government ministers, we're talking. I have an invitation to go see the president of Sierra Leone. I have an invitation I was just my head of business development for Africa. He was sitting with the president of Central African Republic. I'm going to go see the president of Central African Republic. I was on the Zoom call with government ministers from Germany, members of parliament from Germany. When we spoke about this was over a month or so ago. They were blown away. They've now lined up a meeting with me, lining up a meeting for me with the Prime Minister of Germany. We now also got a colleague of mine trying to get in touch with Michael Gove, the Housing Minister for UK. I can go on. There's a lot happening. What does that do for the company, and what does that do for you? That's the question. Well, for the company, we're going to secure a lot of orders. Would you agree?
Yes.
When you're dealing at that level, you're going to open doors, you're going to secure orders, and you're going to grow, and you're going to become a huge company. And what does that do for you? Obviously, we grow, whoever's with us will grow. Would you agree?
Yes.
So incomes will grow, opportunities will grow, all sorts of exciting things will happen. And the exciting thing is, this is just the humble beginning. Just a humble beginning. You either open your mind to opportunities, or you continue living the same life you've been living. Because opportunity is knocking on your door. It is your job to open that door or not. You can take the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink the water. Do you agree?
Yes.
So this is something where I want everybody to understand. It hasn't been without challenges. It hasn't been without the problems. It hasn't been without the haters. We've had all of that. But we stand strong, we stand solid, and we stand committed. Because we are going to make this not just into a multi-million-dollar, like the company has said. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar company. Just the order from Ghana 600,000 houses that need to be built. 100,000, I have the LOI. The 100,000 houses that need to be built with, as soon as possible in Ghana, $10,000 profit per house. 100,000 times 10,000, that's $1 billion profit from the first 100,000 houses that need to be built in Ghana. And that is just the beginning. This is just one project. We then have orders coming in from various different places. Yeah, can you play that video, please?